Alright guys, welcome back for another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today we are going to be going everything that dropped tonight about Vegeta Zenkai Awakening. There's also going to be Piccolo Zenkai Awakening, so all in all, there's a lot of Zenkais to go over. Alright, so we're going to start off with Vegeta. So Vegeta is a ranged type, so I did pull up another LF that is also ranged, which is going to be the LF Goten. Again, I'm going to have them at full 14 star, you know. So let's go ahead and let's compare their stats. Alright, so he has strike attack, strike defense 2.3 and 1.55. So 2.33, 1.46. So Vegeta has better strike defense, but Goten has better strike attack. Okay, Blast is 263, 152, 248, 1.5. So his blast attack and defense is much better. So that already is a really good sign for Vegeta. Alright, let's go to his main ability. So at long last, I've ascended, draws the ultimate arts card, maximum final flash, restores own health by 20% and ki by 20. Let's compare it to what he used to do. I think it might be the same. Actually, no, that's a completely new thing that he has. So ki and health, that's really, really good. 25% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Same thing. 30% to special move, awaken, and ultimate damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts. And that remains the same. And okay, alright. So the only difference is that he gained this ability right here. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 20. Which, again, is not bad. This is actually really good, especially if you're low on ki. Alright, unique ability, Ultimate Super Saiyan. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 40% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. 40% to blast damage for 20 timer counts. Restores ki by 30. That stayed the same as well. So let's see what they changed, because so far not a whole lot. Red Flash applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Increases arts card draw speed by 1. And then -5 to blast arts card. That's very, very good already. Let's see what Vegeta did before. Oh yeah, so this stayed the same, but they actually added a whole lot to the Red Flash part. 40% to next arts damage inflicted when enemy switches character while this character is on the battlefield. So basically, if Vegeta is using a blast card and then he goes to use another blast card and then the person switches, that blast card gets an extra 40% to the damage it's doing to that character, but it cannot be stacked. So it's not like an extra 40% then another 40% on each one. So that's important to notice, but that's pretty good. Alright, Pinnacle of Saiyan Energy unlocks at Adept. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 20% to ki recovery for 15 timer counts. -10 to special move arts cost for 15 timer counts. And then 100% to blast damage inflicted while enemy's armor is in effect. Cannot be cancelled. Let's see what he did in base. Alright, so this... oh wow, this part is completely new, as well as this. A Rush of Hope. Again, I'm not too familiar what this means by inflicted while enemy's armor is in effect. But again, for those of you who are way more versed in Legends than I am, again, this already seems to be a very, very good damage boost. You know, a complete 100%, so that is very, very good. Alright, and this part reduces damage received by 15% until combo ends when changing cover. Alright, that's... I mean, 15%, that's not very good. I would have liked it if maybe it was at least maybe 30%, because when it's at 30%, it is a little bit more noticeable than 15%. But again, we'll see. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 15% to blast damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 15%, cannot cancel. Alright, so if you do this immediately, 30%, 15% to blast damage. He gets 40% to blast, 40% to damage, 40% to blast damage. So, and then this as well. All right. This is really starting to like, you know, rack up now. So this Vegeta does seem to be very, very good. Wow, yeah, I mean, he does... I mean, until we see in-game, but I do think he is going to be a very, very good unit. Alright, Blast inflicts enemy with attribute downgrades, plus 10% to strike damage received. Let's see what he did. I think that's literally the same thing, except, yeah. Alright, it's literally the same thing. Final Shine attack, deals massive impact. What does that one do? Oh, wait, this is complete. Oh, yeah, so it still does massive impact. Applies the upgrade, minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts upon activation. That stays the same. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 30% to blast damage received. Alright, so it increased from 20% to now 30%. As a green card, this is going to be a make or break for this guy, I think. 20% to blast damage inflicted for 30 timer counts, cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, changes own strike arts to blast. And then this, I think, okay, so this remained the same, but now he changes strikes to blast. So not the greatest. I think if they added a little bit more damage to him, you know, maybe, you know, jump this up to maybe 30%, it would have been a little bit better. But again, this is a nice thing because, again, he is completely blast oriented. Ultimate, massive impact, still the same. Gain attribute, minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts. That stays the same. And then still the 30% chance to inflict feint. That's the same right there. And then, alright, Tournament of Power ability. I mean, I don't really use this all that much, so I'll just leave it right there. Alright, so Zenkai ability at level 1. It's Red and Vegeta family. They did not buff GT. So, dude, why can't they just buff GT? I mean, he's going to be a good buff for this Vegeta, this Coat Vegeta for sure, but, man, they really just can't give... They really can't just give GT, like, a break, can they? Alright, so this Vegeta seems to be very solid. Again, he seems to be a very, very good unit. Again, he's completely blast-oriented. That's basically his whole kit. I forgot to pull up Piccolo. Let me do that. Let's see if his details have dropped right now, because where is Piccolo? Where's the free... here we go. Alright, let's take a look at him as well. We're done with you, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at Piccolo. Piccolo, you're right there. We're going to take a look at Piccolo. What are you? You are support type, though I don't know if there's any type of support type. Zenkai, currently out there. Sparking. Is there another support type, or what is Caulifla? She's melee. Oh, shoot. What are you? You're ranged. I'm trying to find a support type Zenkai. I don't think... What about this Piccolo? Defense. I need a support type. Where is a support type? What about you? Defense. You know what? Let's just compare him to Piccolo again. I'm just gonna compare him to this guy. Again, I don't know about any you know, support type LF. Alright. So again, this is a free-to-play Zenkai. Keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to make him 14-star. We're going to directly compare his stats to Zenkai 14-star. Alright, so strike attack, strike defense, 2.17, 1.5, 2.15, 1.61. So Piccolo has higher strike attack, but a little bit lower defense. Actually, quite a significant amount, actually. And then blast attack and blast defense, 2.51, 1.53, 2.26, 1.59. So LF Piccolo does have... Actually, no, he has higher blast attack. And then his blast defense is a little bit weaker, so overall, I'd say they're pretty even, actually, because you know, Piccolo's stronger in one area, while the Zenkai LF Piccolo is a little bit better in others. All right, let's look at his main ability. 30% to damage inflicted by allied regeneration or Legends Road for 30 timer counts. What was that before? It was this. Actually, that remains the same. Oh, except now it's for 30 timer counts. And then inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 30% to damage received for 30 timer counts. And this remained the same, except again this is buffed up to 30. Then cancels enemy attribute upgrades. And then 15 timer counts, same thing, 15 timer counts. Unique ability, Piccolo. Alright, that is, again, for the event. Alright, Mind of the Super Warriors. Shortens own substitution count by 2 as default. That remains the same. Applies the following effects when this character is defeated. Plus 30% to damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 30. That remains the same. And then Namekian Willpower applies the following effects to allies when this character is switched to standby. 30% to blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Plus 30% to key recovery. Alright. Blast damage inflicted. Oh, and then he also gives the key recovery for 20 timer counts. Actually, no. I'm wrong. I need to... Alright, so it switched from 15 timer counts to 20. So this remains the same from before. Again, it's right here, but now that's 20 timer counts in the Zenkai one. And then applies the following effects to allied regeneration or Legends Road. Plus 30% to strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Restores health by 5%. Activates 3 times. And then... Alright, so that remains the same. And then all of this is completely new for him. The following effects occur when this enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Gained attribute upgrade minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut for 15 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 5 to arts cost for 15 timer counts. The Watcher's Wisdom. 40% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. Also applies the effects to self if a regeneration or Legends Road is a battle member. 50% to key recovery for 10 timer counts. 50% to vanishing gauge recovery for 10 timer counts. So that's very, very good. Alright, let's take a look at his blue card. Light Grenade deals major explode damage. Still the same thing. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 30% to blast damage received, and then that jumps up by 10%. This is 20, and then 20 timer counts still remain the same. Green card plus 20% to blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. That's still the same thing, except again this is buffed up to 20 instead of 15, and then this remains the same as well. And then that's his Tournament of Power ability. Alright, so he's going to be yellow in Legends Road for his Zenkai ability, and then his regular Zenkai ability is Regeneration or Legends Road. So again, this is like a strictly regeneration based unit. Now, do I think this Piccolo is a must run if you are being, you know, a regen main? Absolutely. This guy is a must run if you're, you know, a regen main. Because again, he is going to be buffing the team so much. Again, he's buffing the team here, of course, when he dies, and then he's buffing him right here. Again, this 50% to vanishing gauge recovery, that's very, very good. So again, this Piccolo is super, super good. I do think he's a very good free-to-play LF if you're going to be, of course, you know, running, you know, the regeneration tag. All right, let me see if I can navigate my way through this, because I know there were some event stuff that came out. Events. Here we go. So, of course, this is going to be the new event for Piccolo, where you can go ahead and get the Z power for Piccolo, because again, he is a free-to-play unit. Alright, so the bonus drops are for LF Piccolo, Red Cell, the Piccolo himself, Demon King Piccolo, this blue Piccolo. Z power stage, again, you just go through it. It's going to be dropping, you know, the Z power for him as you keep going through. So, again, that's basically it. Very basic and very simple. And then, all right, so it's gonna be a not. It's actually not going to be, you know, co-op, which I absolutely love because co-op is so annoying. So this is where you're gonna be able to farm up his Zenkai Z power, which is really, really good considering that it's finally not a co-op because I hate co-op so bad. This is going to be a new co-op. Again, you're just going to be able to get, you know, the rewards as per usual, you know, more Z power for this Ultra Goku. So very basic, very simple stuff. Then, of course, new Space-Time Rush, you know, that's very generic things. And then there is a new banner. Where is it? It's this one right here. Legends Regenerations. So basically this is just like a banner if you're a, you know, regen main. It's got, you know, some of the very big units on it, such as Red Cell, this LF Piccolo, but of course this LF Piccolo you need to Zenkai him as well. Green Cooler, you have the Android 21s right here. You have Fat Boo, you have Demon King Piccolo, and of course again this is just like the regular pool. But anyways, do I recommend summoning on this? No. Again, this is like a really easy skip. The only reason I would ever see anyone summon on this is unless you're like, you know, a die-hard regen main, then I would say go for it. Because again, Fat Boo, both the 21s, Red Cell, LF Piccolo, Cooler, you know, this Demon King Piccolo, again, very, very good regen units that you can run. So unless you're like a regen die-hard, this is a pretty easy skip. Just to quickly go over stuff again, we already did the banner. Of course, he's going to have his Zenkai Awakening banner, as well as Piccolo. Again, if you don't want to be bothered doing the event, you can just spend your CC. And then, like I said before, new co-op. Again, this is where you're going to get the Zenkai powers for Piccolo. And then, of course, the new revamped Legends Road Piccolo event. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. You guys can let me know what you guys think of this new Piccolo. Personally, I think he's going to be a fantastic unit. He's a must-run regen for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Again, my only critique is they should have made him buff GT and Vegeta's family. Again, the Vegeta's family is nice. Again, another buff for that team, which really does need it. But unfortunately, again, they decided to really drop the ball on this one and for some reason not buff GT. It makes no sense, but again, it is what it is. So anyways, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all next time.